Hey, what's going on, guys? 2018 is officially here. As you can see behind me, it is raining. It's pouring rain. Southern California, we're actually getting rain. This is the first of the season. I want to welcome you guys to this channel and video. It's raining on my camera right now. I want to thank you guys for subscribing, and let's get into this video. In the video today, we are going to be talking about the SmartThings app. I hope this car noise isn't too loud behind me here. Wow, these cars are really loud. But today we're going to be talking about the SmartThings app. I'm going to be going over each individual tab, showing you guys just a brief description of each one of them, and just to give you guys an idea of what the app does, and just kind of a quick summary of everything. So let's warp into the office, and I'll show you guys how to use the app. All right, back here in the office, let's jump into the app, and I'll show you guys what we got going on. Alright, so here we have the app loaded up. I've got the dashboard right here. We've got the favorites that you can select by pushing the buttons up here. You can manage your favorites by adding things in here, rearrange what is your favorites that are within that card, and then also rearrange the cards themselves, and each one of these is the card. Next down here we have a home solution, which houses the smart home monitor. This is what basically is kind of like your security system. So if you click on that for the smart home security, you can go through here, see the different statuses, what it's at right now, kind of the history of everything, go back to status, and then if you want to actually set these, you can click on the cog up here and go through and set either custom, security. You can do smoke detectors and leaks through there. So let's go back. So I've got my my routines here, and I've got my scenes down here. You can add as many things as you want to that. Let's go ahead and I'll just click on add favorites or manage favorites, and you can see everything that you can add. So this is pretty much everything in the app you can add to the dashboard here. So if we go down here to my home shows all of the things. So I've got all of my things listed. Right now I have unplugged this bedroom light, so that's why it shows unavailable. But these are all of the things in my home. So I have rooms, I've got all the different rooms. Not everything has something in them. The one I'm using most right now is the master bedroom. As you can see, I've got both lights and the motion sensor, which is one of the previous videos that I had set up. We're gonna go back out of here, and then we're gonna go to scenes. So scenes is something new that I just started playing with, but I actually really like the concept of it. So you can go in here and set a scene, and you can tweak each individual object. So if I go in here to where I put master bedroom mood, I have that once that turns on, or once I set that, it's going to set each light bulb to 1%. So it kind of just dims the room since we only have the 2 lights in there. If I go over here to reading and check that one out, I have it set my light to 1% just to keep it dimmer, and then my wife's light to 100% because she's the one who's going to be reading. And then I also have this one for evening. That is setting both lights to 100%. So when we walk into the room, it's gonna set both lights to 100%. All right, so that's what we got in my home. If we go to automation here are the standard 4 routines that were set up. You can tweak each one of these to how you want it, but you can also select each one individually. So you can automate these to automatically go off with certain triggers, or you could just launch the app and then just select each one of them for what you want to do. Up here we also have the smart apps. So there are a bunch of different smart apps in here. I've got 2 loaded up right now. I've got the Amazon Alexa, so that is connected to my Alexa, which allows the 2 of them to communicate with each other. And then I also have the smart lighting. The smart lighting is what is controlling the light in our bedroom as part of a routine. And that is something, and if you want to check out a previous video of how I set that up, I will link it above. Down here is Marketplace. So Marketplace was a little confusing for me. I was under the impression that if you click on bulbs, for instance, and then went through and selected a bulb, you could then purchase that bulb. But actually what it is that if you go in and you select the bulb, you can just click connect now, and it will automatically connect that specific item to your SmartThings hub here. So we've got things, and then we also have smart apps too. So you can go in there and select an app that is going to use that specific device. So these are ones that Samsung has posted, and then these are also a lot of community ones here where you can actually go through and other people have created those, which are which are pretty cool to kind of go through and see what other people are posting. Now if we click here on more, you can see the mode of your home and what mode it's in. You can have your notifications here. You can set up your users. So that is where I set up, and I added my wife to be another device and have an account on here. And if you go into notifications here, you can see kind of what's going on and then the activity feed. So this is I kind of call it a log of what's going on. So this is everything that's going on within the house, what's triggering, what's not triggering. It's a pretty cool little area to go into. And one last thing, if you click on the cog up here, it will show you your geofencing, and that's how you set up the geofencing. As far as if your phones go out of the geofencing, they will either turn themselves to being present or not present. So if we look right here into things, both my wife and I are both present at home. So that's kind of nice to be able to trigger things when you're getting close to home. You can have certain things turn on and off. All right, guys, well, that is a quick overview of the app. Hope you guys liked it. If there's something that interests you more or something you want to know a little bit more about, go ahead and leave a comment below, and I will try to make a video on that and go a little bit more in depth. As always, give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.